Welcome back to part 2, everyone. Alright, now we are going to get into the most interesting part of this whole recording, and that is how to create karaoke videos for free. Alright, are you guys excited? I am, okay, because I'm sure this is going to blow your mind how easy it is to create a karaoke, and it will look good and professional. Okay, when you're hosting a party, your friends are going to go crazy and they're going to ask you how you do the karaoke videos and all. Okay, and you're not going to tell them, no, I'm just joking. Okay, you can go ahead and share with them how you create the karaoke videos. Okay, but this is going to come in very handy for you because while you're waiting for more professional videos to be available, you can go ahead and create this karaoke video under 15 minutes, like I said. Okay, and you can start singing. Okay, so before I start the tutorial, I think I'll just give you a overview of how the karaoke is going to look like. Okay, this is very basic. Okay, there are a lot of additional features that you can do on your own. I'm just going to give you the principles of how to create these karaoke videos. Alright, so enhancing the video, the text and all that is really in your hands because that is how powerful Microsoft PowerPoint is. Okay, they have a lot of features here that later I will introduce you to. Okay, so now let's take a preview of how the karaoke is going to look like. I'm not going to show you the whole karaoke videos. Okay, I'm just going to show you a short portion because you can just replicate the whole process throughout the whole song. Okay, so let's take a look. Alright, so that is how it is going to look. Like I said, this is very basic. You can really change the text and all the animation. Okay, I'll get into that in a while. Okay, but do not think that is why is the text white color? Why isn't there any outline and all this you can do. Okay, you can really enhance to your own liking. Okay, I do not want to fix it. Okay, and make you do force you to do one way. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want you to have your own creativity, but I will give you the basics of how to do this karaoke. Okay, it is really very simple. Okay, so I'm sure you noticed by now that um, as one group of text is shown, the other text will change. Okay, so that's the beauty of this karaoke. You do not have to anticipate, you do not have to wait and think what is the next line. Okay, because the next line will already be shown to you. Alright, so before we start, there are a few things that you need to prepare in hand. Okay, and they are your background image. Okay, like this one you see here, the lyrics. Okay, you need to prepare the lyrics in hand, and the last one is the minus one itself. Alright, so yep, get these three ready, put it in a folder that is accessible. Alright, and it will be done in a short while. Okay, so let's go and create a new file now. Okay, you can go to file. Okay, open up your Microsoft PowerPoint and go to file, new, and blank presentation. Okay, and you will be presented with a blank screen like this. Okay, the first thing we want to do is to go and insert an image. okay, to give a background. Any background you can download from Google, or you can use your own image, anything, up to you. Alright, so how you do that is to go to insert, go to pictures, and scroll to the directory where you have saved your image, okay, and insert. Okay, don't worry about this, you can resize the image, okay, resize it to your liking, how big you want the image to cover your screen. Okay, so now let's say you resize and the image is not centered. Okay, there's an easy way to bring it to center. You don't have to guess. Okay, just click on the image. If you go right up here, there's this option, crop. Okay, wrong, align, sorry. Crop is for a later portion. Okay, align and align middle. Okay, choose this option and you see the image will snap to the center of the screen. Alright, so it's as simple as that. The next thing we want to do is to insert an image or a text to let your audience know, or your friends know what the song is from which movie. Alright, so you can either go and insert an image or text. I'm going to insert an image. Okay, go to insert again, picture. Okay, and scroll again to your directory. Pictures, sorry. Okay, and karaoke pictures. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys today on the song Oh Pene Pene from Vanakkam Chennai, so I'll be choosing this logo. Insert. Okay, go and resize again. Okay, you can adjust it anywhere you want in the slide. Alright, okay, I don't think so we want to see all this additional information, we just want the logo, so you can crop the image. That's where the crop option comes in. Alright, so click on the image, go to the crop option, click on it once, and you will get this thick black lines as a border all around the image. Okay, you can choose anywhere you want to bring in to crop around the image. Okay, so make sure you have the cursor will change as you highlight over the black lines. You see, now it's a cross, but when I go over it becomes a inverted T. Okay, so click on it, scroll down and let go. Okay, so go ahead and crop your image. Okay, once you are done, you're happy. Okay, go ahead and click on the crop button again, and there you go, you have a nice clean logo. Okay, you can go and enlarge it, okay, or you can resize it, make it small, however you want. Okay, and align the image. Okay, so now we got a background, we got a image of the movie title. Okay, the next thing we need to do is to insert text telling your audience about what is the song about. Sorry, what's the song of the title? What's the title of the song? Song of the title. Hey, sorry, this is my first video. Okay, so I hope you understand. I'm stumbling a bit. Okay, it happens. Yeah. Okay, so go insert a text. Okay, search for the text box feature and click on the slide. Okay. Okay, go on to your text, the notepad. It's a good practice, okay, to have your lyrics separated like this for easy access. When you know later you want to copy and paste into the slide, it'll be easier as compared to everything is in a chunk. Okay, so this is a bit of housekeeping. Okay, you can go ahead and align the text to make it look a bit nicer, presentable. Okay, copy it, go into your slide and paste. Okay, as you can see that the text does not blend with the background, so we are going to go ahead and edit this text. Alright, so highlight the whole text. You can right click and access the options here, or you can also go to the top toolbar here where there is the option, okay, to edit the text files. So go ahead, choose any text that you like. Okay, before that, let's change the color of the font. to a more easy to see. Yes, white color. Alright, so white color looks better. Okay, and go ahead, change the font to your liking. Okay, as you can see that when I scroll over the fonts, it changes, so you can have a good preview of the text that you like. Okay, for this example, I'm going to use AR Julian. Okay, and that's about it. We have done the introduction slide. Okay, so you got a background image, image of the movie title, and information of the song, singers, composer, lyrics. Yep, any information that you need. Okay, I also like to have a movie feel for all my karaoke songs. Okay, if you notice here, okay, all my songs have this black color border, right? So that I can put my um, watermark, okay, the TamilKaraokeVideos.Com watermark below. Okay, you can also do that, or you need not do that. It's really perfectly fine, up to you. But for those who are interested, I'm going to just show you how you can do this. Okay, go ahead, right click on the white color on the slide, right click it. Okay, go to format background and make sure the option solid fill is chosen, and go ahead and change the color from white to black. Okay, you see now the background border has been changed to black. Okay, apply to all and close. Yep, so we are done with the introduction slide. So let's go ahead and create all the lyrics for the karaoke. Okay, what you're going to do next is to just copy the first slide, Control C on your keyboard, Control V. Alright, and you will get a duplicate of the slide. Okay, for those of you who don't prefer using the keyboard, you can also right click on your mouse, copy, right click on the empty space and paste. Okay, you will get a duplicate of the file. Alright, okay, now delete the image. Okay, keep the text. Okay, because we are just going to copy and paste the text into this text box. Alright, okay, drag this PowerPoint and snap it to the side of your screen. Okay, so that you will just take up half the screen. The reason for that is we want to see the lyrics and work with the PowerPoint slide at the same time. If you are going to have the PowerPoint taking up the whole screen, you will need to navigate back and forth. Okay, you need to click back and forth. It's going to be time consuming. Okay, this tutorial is all about cutting down the time and doing a karaoke as fast as possible. Okay, so go ahead, snap the PowerPoint slide to the side. Okay, if let's say you don't need so much of this white space here, okay, you can minimize the text, okay, window, and you can drag the okay, and drag the PowerPoint slide so that you can get a slightly bigger image or working area. Okay, so go ahead and copy the first two lyrics and Control C and Control V into your slide. Okay, you can see that the text are small, and we are going to increase the font size. Okay, go and copy the whole text, go up here and change the font size to a slightly bigger one. Okay, so 22 looks good, 23 is also fine, but I'm going to stick to 28. 28. Okay, and I don't prefer to use this font for singing the karaoke. My favorite one for now is Arial Rounded Empty Bowl. These are the one. This is the font that I'm using for all my karaoke videos. Okay, so I'm going to select this for now. Okay, you can see that the texts are all aligned to the left. We're going to center the text. Okay, go here, choose center. Okay, and we have the text nicely aligned to the center. Okay, so this is your base slide. Okay, we are going to do the rest of the karaoke lyrics and slides based on this slide. Okay, so go ahead, copy Control C and Control V. Okay, if to remind you again that while we are singing the first text, the second text will change. While we are singing the second text, the first text will change. How we do it is to always keep one of the text, okay, we will duplicate one of the text into the next slide and change the other text. Okay, let me just show you, okay, so that it's not complicated. Okay, so now that when you are singing the first slide, there won't be any text change because you will need both these lines, right? But when you go into the third slide, okay, while you are singing the second line, you want the top text to change. So how you do that? Click on to the third slide. Okay, click on the third slide. Go and select the next lyrics that you need. Control C. Okay, go into the text box, highlight the top text, and Control V, and just enter to create the space. Alright. So now if you go back to the second slide, you'll notice while you're singing the first line, and when you go into the second line, you will need to change the slide to the next, to the third slide, right? And the bottom line is still there. You are still singing this line, and the top text will change. Okay, so that's the concept of how we are creating this karaoke. Okay, you may take a slightly longer time when you're doing it the first time, but trust me, as you do more and more of the karaoke, it's going to be really, really simple. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of all these lyrics up to, okay, this portion here. Okay, so just bear with me and take a look at how I do it. Okay, so now the third slide is done. I'm going to copy the third slide, Control V. Okay, we want the top text to remain because we are still singing this line, but we want to change this. Okay, so we're going to copy the fourth text and paste. Okay, so copy the next slide, Control C, Control V. We want the bottom text to stay. We'll change the top line. Okay, Control C, Control V, enter. Copy the slide. Okay, we want the top text to stay and the bottom text to change. Okay, Control C, Control V. Copy the slide, paste. We want the bottom text to stay, change the top text. So copy and paste. Remember, the copy and paste is as simple as Control V, Control C to copy, and Control V to paste. Okay, so next slide, Control C, Control V. We want to change the bottom text. So copy and paste. We are almost done here. Control C, Control V. Change the top text. Enter. Control C, Control V. Change the bottom text. Okay, and since we are going to sing this text 2 times, we're going to repeat this text 2 times. Okay, go ahead and place a ×2 at the bottom, the next line. Okay, so that people will know that you're going to sing this thing twice. Okay. The last thing for the text portion, you are going to end off with a credit slide. Okay, that's where you're going to say thank you, or you're going to put a picture of yourself, or you're going to say something that you want to end off the karaoke with. Okay, so go and copy the last slide and paste, Control C, Control V. Okay, and edit the text to something like thank you, and brought to you by TamilKaraokeVideos.com. Okay, you can end off like this, and that is all you got to do for the text portion. Okay, so we are done with the text, and the last thing now to add in is the audio. Okay, what we're going to do now is make sure you select the first slide. Okay, when you want to insert the audio, this is very important because we are going to make the audio play by itself from the start of the slide to the end of the slide. Okay, if you choose any other slide and you insert the audio, it's going to start from that particular slide, and the slide before that will not have any audio. Okay, so this is important. Make sure you go and click on the first slide. Okay, once you click on the first slide, go to insert. okay, and scroll to the extreme right where you see the word audio. Okay, click on it and navigate to the folder where your -1 is. Okay, click on the file, insert it, okay, and your audio will be inserted into the project. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is, after you insert the audio, okay, click on the icon and go to playback. Choose this option, playback. Okay, there's two things that you need to do now. Okay, you need to okay, by default your option here will be on click, and the hide during show checkbox will be unticked. Okay, you need to go and change these two option to play across slides, okay, and hide during show. What this does is, like I mentioned earlier, we want this audio to play across all the slides, okay, which is why it's critical that you click on the first slide and you insert the audio. Okay, that is for the first option. The second option is, if you do not tick this box, okay, let's say I'll show you what will happen. Okay, if you do not tick this box, if you go into full screen, you will see the logo, the icon. Okay, and we do not want that to be seen during your video recording, which I'll teach you in part 3. Okay, just to give you a heads up, this whole project will be recorded via screen capture. Okay, so while we are doing a screen capture video, we do not want our mouse or any icon other than our karaoke slides to be seen. Okay, it will not look good, it will look ugly. So we are doing all this to make all these options transparent. Okay, so make sure once again you click on the first slide, insert the audio, and choose this option, play across slides and hide during show. Okay, and now that we have all the options set up and ready to go, let's look at the whole project. Okay, you see, I did not have to click the slide and the audio play by itself. Alright, and next thing is the audio logo is hidden, you can't see it anymore. Okay, so these are the two options you need to do. You press next on your keyboard, okay, the right arrow. So while the first line is being sing, un kaigal korthu unnodu poga, when you sing yen nenjam, press the next key. Okay, same thing you're going to do all the way. Un tolil, and you press the next key. Yen ulam, next key. Un kannam, next key. Mutta kolam, and you press the next key. So you do this all the way, right, throughout the whole slide. Okay, you're just going to press the next key, and next key. Oh, penne. Okay, alright, so this thing is going to repeat twice, so just leave it on this screen. Okay, so you have done the most basic thing. You have inserted your image, you have inserted the lyrics, and you have done your -1. Okay, now, alright, is to beautify the whole karaoke. Okay, we are going to put in some animation. Okay, because if you realize that the screen transition, there's no transition at all. Okay, when one text changes to the other, it looks very ugly. Okay, so we're going to beautify it. Okay, we're going to make it look nicer. So how you do that is, when we go from the first screen to the next screen, okay, we want some animation while it switches from the first screen to the next screen. Now let's take a look how it looks now. Now it's just from here to here. Okay, it doesn't look nice. Okay, let's give it a nice effect. So click on the second slide, okay, and go here to this option called transition. Okay, click on transition, and you see there's a lot of option here that you can choose from. Okay, if you press on this button more, okay, you can see that these are all the options you have, okay, to animate from your first screen to the second screen. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's, for example, use this fade. Okay, that is how it will look like, how the screen will transit from the first to the second. Okay, you can choose, you can just take a preview by clicking each and every one to see how it will look like. Okay, so for this example I would like to use the blind. Okay, I thought it was nice. Okay, it will change from the first screen to the second screen with this blind effect. Okay, so now if you go into the first slide and go into the full screen mode, okay, you see while the music is playing, if I press the next key, okay, it will give a nice transition into the next screen, right? Okay, so now when we are for the next animation, for the next transition, right, from lyrics to lyrics, we don't want it to be static like this. Okay, we don't want it to change like this. We want to give it a nice effect. Okay, so click on all the lyrics slide. Okay, how you're going to do this is uh, press control on your keyboard and you click on the slides. Okay, scroll down, click on the slides. While you are holding down the control button, okay, go and select all the slides. You can do this, or you can select all. Okay, click on one slide, control A. Okay, this will select all the slides, control A. Okay, and you eliminate the slides that you don't need. Okay, this way it will be faster. Okay, so we don't want to animate the lyrics transition for all the other slides, so we will go ahead and deselect the slides that we don't need. So you go and press control on your keyboard and click on the slides that you don't want to have the transition. Okay, and the last slide, control click. Right, so now the animation that you are going to input into the slide will apply to all the slides that's been selected. Alright, so you don't have to go and insert the transition one by one. Okay, it's going to be inserted for all the slides. Okay, so go and choose the transition that you would like to see. Okay, I'm just going to use fade for simplicity purpose. Okay, I thought that was nice. Okay, if you use other slide, this is how it's going to look like. I don't think so it looks nice. Okay, but it's really your preference. Okay, I'll just choose fade for this example. Okay, so you are done with the transition. Okay, you can go into full screen mode now and have a preview of how this whole thing is going to look like. Okay, remember you need to press next. Okay, so that's the first transition. I'll just show you maybe the first 2 or 3 slides. Okay, so and you're going to change next. You see, there's a nice transition. The lyrics, there's a nice transition. Okay, so okay, that's all. Okay, there's one last transition that you may want to do. Okay, from the second last slide to the last slide. Okay, you can use a transition just like how you how you did in the first 2 slides. Okay, you can also provide a transition to the last slide. Okay, maybe we just use something else like flash. Okay, oh, that's nice. I didn't know that the flash will follow the light behind. That's quite nice. Okay, so let's just take a look in full screen how it looks like. So while you are singing this last slide and the music is ending and you want to show your credit slide, you just press next and you will have a nice transition into the last slide. Okay, so okay guys, we are done with our karaoke. Remember to save. Alright, please do remember to save the file. Okay, go to file, save as, give it a name Okay, save it in the folder where you are keeping all your karaoke tracks. Alright, and yep, so that while you are working on it, okay, you will not lose the your hard work. Okay, while you are doing a karaoke, every 5 minutes or so, go and save the document. Okay, so we are done with part 2. Alright, this is really the basic. Okay, like I said, that you can really go and enhance this whole video, whole karaoke, the text. Alright, you can uh, bold it. Okay, you can underline it. I don't think so you would want to underline it. Okay, you can use uh, let me see, word art. Where's the word art? Insert word art. Yep, instead of using the normal lyrics, you want to use a word art. Okay, it's totally fine. Okay, to give it a nice effect, like you see all those karaoke videos that's being done on the internet. Okay, so yep, you can use this kind of fonts, and also you can play with the transition. All right, uh, is really up to you, and come up with your own creative ideas. Okay, and do post them on YouTube, and maybe you can share it with me, and I can see how it goes. Alright, I'll be happy to see all your karaoke creation. So now we are done with part 2, and the last part, the part 3, what we are going to do is we are going to record this whole karaoke session. Okay, we are unable to do it from within the PowerPoint slide. What we need to do is we need to download a video capture software which is free. Okay, and we are going to record this whole session. Alright, so I'll see you in part 3.